This is the courtroom audio feed from the Conrad Murray trial in Los Angeles, California.
Thank you, Deputy Jones. On the case of People v. Conrad Robert Murray, Dr. Murray is present in court with counsel, Mr. Chernoff, Mr. Flanagan, Mr. Gorgian, Mr. Pena, the people by counsel, Mr. Walgren and Ms. Brazil. All 12 jurors and the 5 alternates are present. Good morning.
Good morning.
When we left yesterday, the skies were clear. Hopefully you didn't have any traffic-related problems yesterday or this morning. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you for your promptness, and welcome everybody else. We're going to resume. May we have Ms. Fleak retake the stand, please? Ms. Fleak, good morning.
Good morning.
You recognize and acknowledge you are still under oath and still sworn to tell the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Resumption of direct examination by Mr. Walgren.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I just have one moment?
You may. Thank you.
I just need to find a couple of exhibits, Your Honor.
Please take the moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Ms. Fleak, I want to follow up in a couple areas that we discussed yesterday, and I have a couple additional photographs I'd like to show you. In regard to the hanging IV bag with the syringe in the port that you had initially booked as medical evidence, coroner's medical evidence number 2, I want to show you 2 photographs regarding that item. May those be marked People's 162 and 163, respectively, Your Honor?
Yes. Thank you.
Ms. Fleak, showing you People's 162, is this the saline bag as well as the tubing that you described yesterday regarding coroner's evidence number 2?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And in this photograph, zooming in at the lower portion of this photograph, does that depict the syringe with the depressed plunger as it was found near this Y connector in the tubing of the infusion set.
Yes.
Okay. And looking at People's 163, a close-up of that same vantage point. Again, does this show the syringe essentially hanging upside down with the needle inserted into the port of that infusion set?
Yes.
And is that how it was when you found it?
Yes, it was.
Okay. On the bed where the decedent was located, did you locate and photograph a Bose radio CD player?
Yes, I did.
Okay. It was not medical equipment, correct?
No.
Okay.
Correct?
That is correct.
That is correct. It was not medical equipment.
Your Honor, I have a photograph of a Bose radio CD player with a CD lying on the bed next to it. May this be marked People's 164 for identification?
Yes.
Ms. Fleak. Is this the Bose CD radio player that was photographed laying on the bed where the decedent died?
Yes, it is.
And zooming in, you see an actual CD next to it,
Correct.
as well as the label Bose, and you see the word CD there?
Yes.
Okay. Now, on this, the initial date when you arrived at the scene on June 25th, 2009, did you also go into the bathroom? And if you recall the diagram, People's 19, if you're looking at the bedroom, and on the diagram you go to the right, where's the closet, and then further to the right on the diagram is the bathroom. Do you know to which bathroom I'm referring?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And did you go into that bathroom and photograph the general area as it appeared on June 25th, 2009?
There were overalls taken, yes.
Yes,
Overall
okay.
photographs.
And was there clothing on the floor in that bathroom that you photographed?
Yes, there was.
I have two photographs of appears to be a black bomber type jacket with an orange lining and possibly black pants. May these be marked People's 165 and 166 respectively, Your Honor?
Yes.
Showing you People's 165. Is that the clothing that you photographed on the bathroom floor?
Yes, it is.
Okay, specifically this black article of clothing that I'm pointing to here to the left of what appears to be a jacket with an orange lining,
Yes.
and showing you People's 166. Again, is that the same view looking into the bathroom from the closet area showing the same clothing on the floor?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I have one moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
Is everything here? Ms. Fleak, showing you what yesterday was marked, People's Exhibit 117 which depicts what is now marked, depicts a syringe which is now marked People's 118. You testified that that's the condition you found it in, again, seated on the glass table and no needle attached. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you additionally had observed and collected an IV catheter under the ambu bag as depicted in 119. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And that actual IV catheter was marked as evidence People's 120 yesterday. Now I have a question about these two items. Did you initially book both the syringe depicted in 117 and the IV catheter depicted in 119, did you characterize those collectively as a broken syringe?
Yes, that's how I initially described them in my report.
Okay. Were they ever, to your personal knowledge, were they ever attached in any way?
No, they weren't. I shouldn't have described them as a broken syringe. I should have described it as a depressed plunger on the table and an IV catheter on the ground.
Okay. Was there anything broken or defective about either item?
No, I just described it when I first wrote the report.
Okay. And subsequently, have you viewed both items and observed that People's 117, as recovered, has a circular tip at the end for
Yeah.
purposes of attachment?
Yes.
Okay. And did you also further observe and conclude that the IV catheter shown in People's 119 actually has a square or rectangular tip for purposes of attachment?
Yes, later on after I had written my first report, I actually was able to see them manipulated and put together, and they don't belong together.
Okay.
It's just, at the scene, I did not try to put them together. I just described it as a broken syringe.
So that was just an assumption you made?
Yeah.
Okay, but not accurate?
Correct.
Okay. And when you observed them on a subsequent day, you were able to conclude that as recovered, they don't even fit together?
Right.
Okay. And the syringe, again, as reflected in People's 117, which depicts People's 118, are you aware that your thumbprint was actually located on the syringe, and the thumbprint was located on the syringe and actually matched to your thumb?
Yes, I found that out later.
Okay. And do you have any idea how it is that you left your thumbprint on that syringe?
I don't know when that happened. I typically wear gloves. I always wear gloves at crime scenes and when I'm collecting evidence, but at some point, either in the moving of the table to take additional photographs or possibly in the repackaging of the evidence, I must have touched that without a glove.
Okay, when you say moving of the table,